made it be, by the way.
Bet. All right, what is going on, y'all? We are back with another episode of Blerdsters, and tonight we are talking about Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith Village Art, aka Season 3. So, so if you haven't got into it already, we got some stuff for y'all. We finna break this entire season down, and yeah, man. So we'll see what we get out of it. We're gonna try to condense it as much as we can, but also while giving y'all the information needed to know what's going on if you haven't watched it yet for yourselves. 'Cause I know a lot of y'all watching, y'all just check us out anyway just to hear our review on it. So either way it goes, glad y'all here.
A lot of people excited for this one, so
for sure. Because I mean, like I said, it was a lot going on, and depending on how this goes, and then the next season, man,
it's gonna be crazy.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
But as always, as we started off, I am your host K1, and this is your co-host.
Shalon, what's up, Blerdsters?
All right, so we're in this thing, and we're gonna get to it.
Do it. All right. So how do you want to get into this? You want to say what we thought about it, or do you want to just hop into it?
I don't want to kill it for everybody to say about it, so not too much on me, because if I say how I feel about it, they're not even gonna look at this whole video. So yeah, definitely want y'all to form your own opinions, as much as possible. But if you've been following the series or whatnot, if you actually see the movies, the movie and the show for the Mujan Train wasn't no different. So if you went to go see the movie, hey, it is what it is, but you would have been better off watching the show. So in that arc, you get to meet one of the upper demons, and his name's Akaza. So in that arc or whatnot, he ends up killing the Flame Hashira, who is Rengoku.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. So he ends up killing him. So leading off of that, the team is kind of in disarray or whatever. Then they move on to the entertainment arc, which they get into a big old fight with this brother and sister demon.
Duo, with Tenjin, the Hashira.
Hashira. Right, and we actually reviewed the entertainment arc, so I mean we ain't gotta get too deep in that.
Yeah.
If you want to go see it, we'll put it in the video.
Right.
We'll review that review because
it's
too much to move fast. Right.
Yeah.
But anyways, flash from that into season 3 or whatnot. So after the fight in the entertainment arc, Tanjiro and his crew took a harsh beating. So they just trying to recover at this point. Yeah,
they went through a lot. These niggas was in rehab, low key.
Right, low key. Like my man wasn't even moving for real. Like he had nothing left in him to go. But yeah. So
every single time after a big fight, they be taking some hits. They be taking some hits.
They be pushing their limits.
Yeah, especially Tanjiro, man. This nigga had his eardrums done exploded this season, like crazy. But so they ended up going to the sword. No. I'm skipping ahead. So all the upper rank demons meet at Muzan's castle, right?
Right. So Akaza's still fresh from the fight with the Hashira or whatnot. So he's getting called in for meeting with Muzan, which is aka the Michael Jackson demon.
Right. Michael Jackson in the house.
Right. So it's what Akaza is Hatenga and Gayoko.
Yep. You right. Yeah.
Yeah. Gayoko, and I forget the other demon's name, but the other demon, he got like 6 eyes. I forgot it. Oh, matter of fact, let me see.
Michikasu.
Ichikasu. Okay.
Yeah, if we butchering it, sorry y'all. Don't
Disclaimer.
Yes.
If we're butchering the names, let us know. But we try to get it best we can. There's a lot of names to pronounce and get. So
be kind, you
right.
guys.
Be kind. So,
but which he's an interesting character we talked about before we filmed because he used to be a demon slayer. I'm just wondering what happened and this is scary, right? Because it's like he was a beast when he was alive.
Right.
And it's like I'm excited to see like him as like a demon, like how that's gonna work out. That's crazy. Yeah.
Right. Because I mean, even with Akaza's fight with Rengoku, whatever, he was like, "Hey, you pretty strong. Like you be a fire ass demon for real." And
right.
So to see that, then get here and see there's an actual demon slayer that was turned into a demon. It's like, hey, yo, like what's up? You know. So I'd be interested. I'd be interested to get his backstory because you kind of see glimpses of him throughout the rest of the season and whatnot. So I'd definitely like to see his backstory. But
because if I'm not mistaken, he was the first demon slayer, if I'm not mistaken. And then also, like, I think if he didn't create the sun breathing technique, I know that some of it originated with him. So yeah, I'm excited to see. I hope they do like a whole long episode on him and like just how his backstory was and how he became a demon. Like, what the frick happened? Like, how did Muzan even get him? I'm just like, how? So yeah, I'm excited to see
right, because he don't look like he no host. So however he got it, it's like,
they said that doll mimics. The doll has to have all them limbs to even mimic a fraction of what this dude can do. Like he is a beast, right? So yeah, I'm excited.
Because then you got to think about how far he is now. He got 6 eyes, so that'd be, hey, either way it go, he getting to it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
So all the upper moons are gathered in the castle, and then what I'm reading is that Muzan brought them there to make them aware of their weaknesses and how pathetic they are, and all this other shit. You know, he doesn't give a fuck about anybody. Also, because they're also there because of the sister duo, brother duo. They ended up getting killed in the entertainment art.
Right.
So they're there to see, like, okay, what can we go on from here? Muzan's pissed at them. They're like, you can't do nothing right. So
yeah, he breaking them down for real. Like he really was like, he had a whole team huddle. It was like, you ain't shit, your mama ain't shit. It's like, bro.
Right. They like, damn, y'all can't do nothing right. I keep sending y'all out here. Y'all keep dying.
Right.
He's like, y'all are worthless. And Hatingu.
Yeah.
That's the one with the multiple personalities. Is that him?
Yeah, Hatingu's the one with the multiple personalities. Yeah.
Okay. So it says here that he was the one that pointed out the location of the Swordsmith village, and then Muzan told them they should attack with Gyoko, which is the genie in the bottle nigga.
Right.
To help stop the core in their tracks and everything like that. So that's how they ended up even going to the Swordsmith village, which is crazy. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. But the thing that I like about it, I like that Muzan, it really shows, like, and if we really pay attention, because not jumping ahead, but just, you know, if you watch the whole season, you realize at the end that he really don't give a fuck about none of these people for real. Nobody. And if you pay attention, the fact that he didn't really care that they're dying, he's just kind of like, y'all are worthless. It all makes sense. Like, if you think about it, like, just looking back on the beginning of the season, it's like, of course he doesn't care.
Right.
He's like, y'all ain't helping me get closer to my goal at all.
Right.
So,
to me, they just kind of look like failed creations to him or whatever. So he was like, all right, you know, this happened. I need y'all to do a job. And at first, what I was thinking was like, okay, this demon died. Are y'all going to replace that demon? That's what I thought the whole meeting was going to be about. But nah, it was like, nah, y'all fucking up. But use who I got. Go out there and get what I need and come back. Yeah, because he even yoked up one of the demons during the meeting. The genie in the bottle demon, Gyoko.
Yeah.
Ayoko's talking big shit. He was like, "Oh yeah, I know what's going on. I got some information for you," but the information was bullshit. He was like, "Bitch, don't come to me with no bullshit." He was like, unless you got something for real, don't say shit.
Don't say shit. Yeah. I'm like, he had it to his wits end with them niggas. Like, and then it's like, even with amongst themselves, it's like, it's just so chaotic. It's no sort of team going on. It's just like they're all like, it's almost like they all hate each other.
Right.
And they're all trying to please Muzan. That's like the main thing. It just seems like everybody's just trying to please him. And it's like, he's just like, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. Like,
right, not for real.
Yeah.
Which there's a demon we missed. I forgot his name, but he was in the meeting as well. I forgot his name, but he was a carefree type demon or whatever. He was talking big shit. Akaza didn't like him for real because I know he's higher up than Akaza. Akaza whole thing he trying to build up, and that guy, I forgot what his name is, but
and Akaza's one with the red hair, right? And him and the other dude that you're talking about had words, right?
Yeah, they had words.
Yeah. And then someone got their head chopped off.
Akaza sliced them.
Yeah, okay,
Akaza sliced them. For whatever reason.
Yeah, and I'm also interested in Akaza because I don't know, it kind of, and I don't know, but it kind of seems like he's not fucking with them either, like the whole demon Muzan type thing either. Like I'm interested in like what his story is and how moving forward he's gonna like turn out too, because I feel like he might have like a bigger part of the story than we think, since they brought him back again, and even if it was just for the first episode, I feel like he may have like a bigger story. So
I mean, low key, based on what you're saying, low key, Akaza might just be the bottom bitch. Like,
right.
if I'm being for real, that's probably where he headed, because he's the lowest ranked of all of them or whatever, but he had like he got something to prove.
Yeah. So I'm interested in seeing like what his story is, and like if he can even move up the ranks like he wants to do or whatever. But yeah, that whole and I will be honest, when it first started, that first episode, because me and you talked about it, I was kind of like, it's weird. Like, I don't know. It started off weird. I didn't know how to feel about it. I kind of was like, you know what? I feel like this is going to be But I think it was just because I wasn't used to how it normally starts. It was just a little weird to me. I don't know. I don't know if you felt the same way, but
no, for sure. It definitely started off a little weird or whatnot.
Yeah.
And we talked about that versus the previous seasons. Like, not saying you just jump right into the action, but the way it started out was just a little off.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So then moving back to Tanjiro. So first of all, Inosuke and Zenjitsu are two boys. They're not really in this season, which is cool. It gives us time to focus on other people. But Tanjiro ends up going to the Swordsmith village. He wants to get his sword repaired. It got damaged. What's his name? Damn, I forgot our boy. The swordsmith that always fixes their swords. Damn.
I forget his name. Yeah, I forgot his name.
I forget his name. But y'all know. If y'all fans, y'all know what we're talking about.
Right. Because originally he came there to see him, and basically he was getting the runaround.
Yeah, the runaround.
Not necessarily the runaround. Like they let him know what was going on, but when he gets to the village, they all wearing these masks or whatever, so you don't really know who's who or whatnot.
Yeah.
And so the swordsmith he looking for, you'll see him like later on. But when he does finally get in there, he is pretty much like a spa. Like this whole swordsmith village is kind of like a recuperating place.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of training, get your sword, whatever, however long it's gonna take, and the time it's gonna take to wait for your stuff to get done. Because not only was he there, he ended up meeting Genya up there. Like starting off, he ended up meeting Genya up there. And
boy.
Yeah, that dude. But you forget how not gullible, but you forget how nice going Tanjiro is. So you see him in you see Genya in the pool or whatever, and Tanjiro like, hey yo, let me get in there with your friend. It's like, You ain't like, bro, they that type of party, bro. Like,
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
doing?
Oh no, he still got beef from first season when Tanjiro had to snatch his ass up
That's
real
right.
quick. Yeah.
I forgot about that shit. Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tanjiro was like, "Yo, I'm gonna need you to calm all the way down."
Right.
But I do like, not jumping too far ahead, just saying this real quick. I do like how they show their relationship, like they actually have like a true friendship towards the end. So, and then you can see like Genya really does care for Tanjiro as well too when they're going through their fights, because Genya came through in the clutch a few times for
Boy.
Tanjiro. So
Boy.
yeah. So but dang, what's his name? The Miss Hashira.
Muchiro.
Yeah. We get introduced to him for the first time as well too. And I think we talked about it for filming, he was beating up on the kid swordsmith. He was trying to get the key for the doll. The doll. So yeah, that was interesting to get introduced to him finally. Of course, he's like the typical non-emotional
Right.
character. And then we get a glimpse of this doll, which goes back to the Demon Slayer dude, which we were saying the doll has several limbs to mimic the dude in real life. So that was cool to see.
Right. Because like what we were talking about, like with that doll, you said the doll could only perform like 1/10 of the actual movements.
Yeah, like
yeah.
just yeah. Yeah. So I was just like, and it is interesting because essentially, like, is the Pie Show era or whatever one of those eras is clearly we're thousands of years in the past. So it's interesting that they have technology like that where they can just like wind up a doll and it can mimic someone like a human fighting. Yeah, it's crazy. Because I think he said his ancestors helped build the doll or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, the doll was old shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Right.
So because with the swordsmith, you talk about the kid, Kotetsu or whatever. Like he's still learning how to fix and operate the doll or whatever. So when you come into that or whatever, it's like, all right, this is an old doll. He ain't never really had nobody go toe to toe with it or damage it or whatever. So it was just kind of interesting to see that. And like you said, with the time period that they're in, to have something like that is wild, because like how the hell you tell me you gonna wind the doll up and this doll follow your movements, hit you with a sword, blocking you and all that shit. Just
right. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. When I saw that, I was like, well, damn. And that's just a testament of like his ancestors being able to build something like that, like the swordsmiths. And it also gave me like a whole new respect level on swordsmiths and just the village in general, because that's like crazy that they were able to build something like that. But what's his name? I keep forgetting his damn name. Muchiro.
Yeah,
Muchiro. Yeah. Seeing back to him fighting with the doll, I thought it was interesting just how initially he came off like an asshole. And then like over the course of the season, like we see him sort of warm up more to everybody. What was your first, I guess, thoughts on the character? Because I don't know how familiar you are with him. It was my first time really getting to know him as a character.
I'm gonna try not to go too far into it.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, when you meet him, he just has this nonchalantness about him. Like he's not necessarily trying to be an a-hole, but it's just like his persona is given off of, I don't care. I'm here to do one thing. I'm here to train. I'm here to get another sword. That's all I need y'all for, nothing else. Or whatever. But then there's a point where we dive into his backstory. Whatever. And that backstory explains more so to why he is the way he is. Because otherwise we wouldn't know. We would just assume as such, like, you're just a-hole because when he had that switch in him and he met Tanjiro or whatever, Tanjiro just, give him all these affirmations and things of that nature, whatever. You saw him slowly start to break down in his character, like damn, Tanjiro is really an upstanding dude. Like, damn, maybe I shouldn't treat these people like shit. Like, it just kind of walks down to who he really is.
Yeah, because Tanjiro has like a way of making people better. Like, and every situation is like you said, I think even there was some glimpses where Tanjiro would say something, he would kind of like have like a moment and it would hit him. And then even just with him being encouraging and him, you know, saying, hey, we're supposed to protect people essentially. Like you know, you're not necessarily killing people, but you kind of being a bully, you know, like
Yeah.
you beating up on the little guy and stuff like that. So I think in a lot of ways Tanjiro made him better, as with everyone that Tanjiro comes across. So I thought that was cool to see, like, even though it was like I think like 10 episodes, just to see like his development as, you
Right.
know, character was dope to see. So yeah. But
Yeah.
he ends up breaking the damn doll or something and being rough with it.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid's upset because wasn't it like thousands of years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was
So
mad as hell. Like, how am I
yeah,
gonna fix this? Yeah.
right. Right. I think they were like, we don't even have the I don't want to say like the technology, but he was just like, yo, I don't know how to fix this. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Right.
So was he able to fix it or not? Because it's been so long since I seen the episode.
So I think he was able to fix it to an extent. 'Cause I think only one arm got chopped off. The
Right.
six. Yeah, I think only one arm got chopped off outside of six. So of course Tanjiro, being Tanjiro, was trying to give him encouragement, like, "No, you can do this.
Yeah.
Your ancestors did this. You can do this."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, since you talking all that good shit, I need you to train with my dog." Tanjiro like, "What?" Because he's still recovering. Like, he ain't really ready to battle nothing or whatever. But he like, "Nah. If in order for me to fix this, I need you to train with it. I need you to get it. No, I need you to get better so I can get better." And then
Yeah.
it just went on from there.
And see, my only gripe with that is I feel like we didn't get enough payoff from the sessions, because Sandro, it wasn't as like he was like, you can't eat until you do this or you do this right. And I'm like, bro, just like the first season where he first meets his mentor before he actually goes to try out to be a demon slayer, and we had that scene with the boulder and the rock, and it's
Uh-huh.
like that we get that big payoff, like, oh my god, this is what the training led to. I feel like, and I get it, there was only so much they can do, I guess, before the season was over. They had, you know, they had to cut to shit hitting the fan, but I feel like we missed the payoff. Like, I wanted to see, and granted, I do feel like Tanjiro has gotten stronger, but I just feel like we were missing that satisfaction of that payoff with all that damn training. I'm like, nigga, you were training without eating for days. I want to see
Right.
some
See
of
what,
that, you know?
yeah. See
Yeah,
what's up. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I definitely get that. I mean, it like you said, it was sped up. I mean, he's gotten stronger, so
Yeah.
therefore, I don't know if they felt like we don't really got to explore it that much. And then two, with the doll being the direct image of that demon we were speaking about or whatever, it's like maybe it'll be more to it later on, because I don't think with the end of that art, the way it ended or whatever, that's gonna be the end of the demon character and that doll at the same time. There's gonna be more
Yeah.
that goes into it, because as he's training with the doll or whatever, you know, he's getting faster, he's getting more aware of what's going on, and it's crazy how this thing, like, you can't guess what it's gonna do, so you just have to move accordingly or whatever.
Yeah.
So when Tanjiro finally did end up defeating the doll or whatever, boom, cracks
Yeah.
open. Then you see a sword. You're like,
Or,
oh shit. Like, what's going
yeah.
on here? And, you know, pretty much that sword is the soul of the doll, so to speak. You know,
Yeah.
because of course that sword has seen battle and things of that nature. It's been
Mm-hmm.
ingrained into this doll or whatever have you. So it was interesting for him to finally crack it open, and then you see that, and then it goes on from there.
Yeah, because the wielder of the sword is old dude, Demon
Yep.
Slayer current demon. So I cannot wait. Or I'm jumping ahead. Is that the same sword that what's his name ended up fixing at the end?
Yeah, so that was the
Okay.
sword that he was that Swordsmith was, you know, reshaping and yeah, that was the one he
Okay.
was doing it in.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because I was because I was just trying to make sure, because I'm like, I know that was the sword, but anyways, I'm excited to see if possibly, I don't know, because Demon Slayer is just like so crazy with like different stuff they do. I wonder if, like, because he wields the sword now, is he gonna start getting more flashbacks about previous person that willed it, is more power is going to come from that, or what? Because I mean, now he has like this powerful sword. I know, like the sun breathing and everything like that. I'm just wondering, like, are we going to get anything else from him just wielding the sword? So
I mean, I would hope so, because I think they were, even though there were some scenes that went kind of fast, I do think they were heavy on the story. You were exploring the story, because, I mean, even in the beginning of it, Tanjiro's in a dream, and he's, in this dream, and like he actually knows this Slayer and everything like that. Like, they got a whole life together outside of this or whatever. So I do think they're going to explore it more. And, I don't know how that's going to fall into the Hashira Training arc, but I don't know. Just time will tell with it or whatever, for sure.
Yeah, because I believe Tanjiro's family, because I'm reading here, his lineage is believed to be traced back to Sumiyoshi, who is a close friend of not Michikatsu, but his older twin brother. So they're close friends of Tanjiro's family's close friends of him. So that's why Tanjiro's descendants inherited the sun breathing technique and everything like that. So I'm just like, I want to see him unleash like that full potential of what that means and like his powers and stuff like that. Because I believe they were saying that he's supposed to become like the sun breathing Hashira and all this other stuff. So yeah, they're definitely, like you said, they're definitely sort of setting the stage for all of that going on moving forward.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so I believe from there, like, pretty much shit hits the fan where the demons infiltrate the village. The genie in a bottle. Let me stop calling that guy Yoko. He's already like eating Swordsmiths up, which was crazy.
That nigga got in early doing that shit too.
Early. And yo, I think he is so creepy. Like, the fact that I forgot exactly what he was doing, but he had all of them like strung up or something. And what was he doing? He was like sticking them or something. And then like it was just great. And they were yelling out, blood was every. I forgot what he was doing, but it was just creepy. I think he was probably the creepiest one this season, but the one that had the multiple personalities, that dude was super duper strong. Yeah.
And he was, I mean, in the beginning when you meet him, he playing like he pussy, but nah, he got a lot going on with him.
Yo, and the thing is like, it was so many twists, because we're thinking like, is this one demon, then another one with a different emotion, personality comes, then you got another one, then you got this one and that one. And then it's like, then they start putting it together like, wait, if someone has to be controlling, he has to be like the main demon. Where is he? Then we come across the old dude this small. Man, it was crazy. I like how they did that demon. That was dope.
Yeah, I mean, he literally had layers or whatnot, because it's like, because at first, as I'm watching it or whatever, I'm like, wait, are these different demons? Oh no, these are all his demons. Like, from the little crying little motherfucker, like, these are all his personalities. Like, that shit got crazy, because like even with them being split, they're all powerful. So you got the one that has the staff of electricity. You got the one that can fly. You got the one with the big ass fan that can blow your ass 50 yards. Shit got crazy or whatever. And the fact he can develop all these different things and they still be all equally powerful is wild.
Yeah. And I love his backstory, how they explained, because I love how each demon sort of like their powers are remnants of like how they were when they were alive. And I like that he had like these split personalities where he was like killing people and he didn't even know he was doing it. And so like how right. And so how they incorporate that into like him being a demon was like absolutely just dope. Because then we even had like the final form nigga, which was like the kid like looking dude with the dragons and stuff. And I'm just like, what is going on? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, that shit went left real quick. You like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the fuck? Because
Right.
like we said, it was so many twists and turns or whatever. Because like, but I can't even say that with Demon Slayer. That's their faster thing. Even when you think you defeated something, it's some shit other behind it.
Always.
That ain't the
It's never
final.
that easy.
Yeah, no, never that easy. When it looks that easy, it's never that easy.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's like every end of the episode we get close, but then this next episode we get closer. And this next, I was like, man, oh my god. Then it's somebody else pop up. We thinking we done, and man, it was crazy. It was crazy. And I even like touching on Genya because I feel like I kind of go into my man's Genya. I was really loving Genya this season. And I love that they put him in there and we were able to get like a deeper look into like him and like what his powers are. Because at first when he got stabbed, I was like, nah, it's too easy. They're not gonna kill him off like this easy. It has to be something else. Come to find out, this nigga can eat demons and possess their powers temporarily, and I'm just like, how? Like,
oh, I was thrown all the way the fuck
all the way off.
What? Cause like whole time he out there fighting, he pulling out the blick and shoot motherfuckers and shit like that. And like it was really crazy. Like everything going on all at once. You got Tanjiro over here fighting a couple. You got Genya over here fooling with him. And then after Tanjiro feel like he's developed his plan, it's like, all right, cool. I found a way we can take these out or whatever. He look over to Genya. Genya, you straight? Hell no. He got him stabbed through his body and shit. And then look at you foaming at the mouth. I'm like, oh, is this like a demon? Like
that's what I thought, right?
Right. So that shit.
It's crazy. And then I was thinking, I had a feeling it had to be something demon related because he just had like the blackout eyes and the hair, and I was like something, but not jumping too far ahead, but him finally just explaining like, yo, I can ingest demons and I get their powers temporarily. It's dope, and I just think him as a character is just super dope because even finding out that because he's not able to do like the breathing techniques, like he was like, well, shit, if I can't wield a sword, because it's necessary to have breathing techniques down. If I can, if I'm gonna wield a sword, hey, I'm just gonna get the Glock and
Because like when I was watching that episode or whatever, he just out there or whatever, and then he pulled the shit out. I'm like, oh shit,
right?
Damn, I didn't know we had the blickies like that.
Right, because I didn't even know. And I should have known because it's like, but it's because they all wield swords. So just him being different and being like, hey, I'm going to pull out the blinky, I didn't even think that was like even possible for them to do. But yo, it was really cool to see that with Genya. And I liked just seeing him in action finally. And then him and Tanjiro having that moment to like sort of just bond through like all the mayhem and all the craziness. And then meanwhile, Muchiro is fighting fishes and the pot guy, and he has his own backstory revealed. That was dope.
Right. Because talking about Muchiro and his background and whatnot, since I think we're at that point now.
Yeah.
So he starts getting flashbacks about his past and everything like that. And little did you know he has a twin brother. Now at first, when I saw the flashback, I thought maybe this was just a personality. Like this wasn't really his sibling. Like I thought maybe he just thought of himself as another person or whatever.
Yeah.
But ended up being he had a twin brother or whatever. And when you meet the twin brother, you realize where he gets his personality from. Because before all this shit, he used to be giddy, he used to be hopeful and shit like that or whatever. Yeah. But it was his brother that was always like, nah, all your dreams ain't shit. We gotta work, we gotta cut this wood, we gotta do all this shit. It's just me and you, nobody else or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when you get into a story or whatever, he talks about how they got bum rushed by a demon or whatnot. And that's where he had to step up or whatnot. Now he had got approached beforehand about becoming a demon slayer or whatever, but his brother trashed all that. We like, nah, fuck off. You ain't shit. You don't need to be out there being a Hashira or whatever. And then fast forward, you got this demon that busts in on him. Next you know, his brother get fucked up, and then next Mashiro go off. Talking about sees red and he goes off and kill the fuck out of the demon or whatever. And Wish I could have seen it, but
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. I'm like, why didn't y'all show it?
right.
Like,
Cause you seen how depleted that motherfucker was. Like, so he went off. He was depleted. Like he was so tired. He ain't had no strength left in his body.
yeah,
He thought he was finna die himself because all the work he just put in on this demon. So
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
was wild.
Yeah, and I'm with you. Like when they first showed it and he had to swim, I was like, wait, what? And then, and I also think it didn't help, like, because I think his brother always was kind of low key, like the more serious, unemotional, kind of like, get your head out the clouds type of dude. And I think it didn't help when the mom ended up passing away, and then you had the dad, which that kind of pissed me off because I'm like, bro, what is you doing out in the rain? You trying to like, I get it, but
Right.
what is you doing? You end up killing yourself, and your kids are just out here, you know. And I think that really didn't help. He probably was just like, man, really fuck life. Like, I'ma really just be like hard, emotionally, like this wall up, and we gotta just navigate through life like that. Like you too cloud nine for me. Like that doesn't exist. So
Right.
I think, I think the beautiful thing about it was, at the end of the day, you can tell like he loved his brother though. Like the fact that without even thinking, like he jumped in front of Muchiro and was like, and it cost him his life. But it was just really interesting to see like that sort of full circle moment. And then I love that not at the end, not trying to jump too far ahead, but I like that he's hopefully Muchiro, or is it Muchiro? Muchiro got some sort of peace knowing that, his brother is in a better place. Because I feel like that's what the vision kind of was showing me. Like his brother was like, hey, you don't have to be this person anymore. I was this person because, I was bitter, essentially. I don't want you to be that person. You've always been the best part of us and all this other stuff. So yeah, his backstory was wild.
Yeah, for
Shit.
sure.
Yeah. Even down to Kenya's.
Yeah, I was just
Kenya's
about to say.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yo.
shit.
Some shit. And it's crazy. I wasn't expecting it kind of clicked, but not really. I was thinking the demon got the mom, not that the mom was the demon. And the fact that she just went in there and like murked all her kids, like, yo. It was crazy.
Like, what the fuck, bro? Did you go out for milk or something? What the fuck is going on here?
What the hell happened?
Right. So I slaughtered them motherfuckers, man. So then it was just Genya and his brother, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Genya and the older brother. Genya's older brother ended up killing the mom, but Genya blamed the brother for that because he was just like, "Bruh, you killed our mom," and which is kind of hard to. It's conflicting because it's like it's still your mom, but it's like what he had to do something. Like
like nigga, like she just killed our brothers and sisters, bro. What you expected me to do? Like,
right.
Either she got me or I got her. Like, shit.
Right, and I'm wondering if I'm not mistaken, I wonder what happened to his brother. I know his brother is still there or whatever, but I do know they kind of like fell off apart from each other because of that. But I wonder what happened because for his brother to like take on a demon like that, I wonder if his brother thought about joining Demon Slayer Corps or what.
What's up? Yeah, something because I mean, it was never said that he was dead or anything like that. So it's device to say he's still out there or whatever, but what he's doing, we don't know. So it'd be good to see him because, like I said, his brother took the demon out, not him. So I hate to say it, but his brother probably stronger than him. I mean, for real.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. But back to Muchiro. His whole fight was, I did feel like they dragged the shit out too. Which is
fuck out of it.
Which is always my gripe with anime in general. Not even just Demon Slayer, just in general. I feel like they drag out stuff. I feel like that fight could have been done in like one episode, the most two. But I did like how they finally show him get his Demon Slayer mark, which I read up on that. It only happens when I think either their heart rate gets up to a certain amount of time, or they have to like pull from somewhere and they just become like super strong, like some Super Saiyan shit. Like that's the only time that happens. So I thought that was cool to finally see his moment and him finally like push through. Because at one point I didn't even know how he was gonna get out of that. I'm like, listen, I don't know how you get out of this water veins. I thought the little boy done got killed. He got stabbed, but he didn't get stabbed.
Right.
Right. Meanwhile, Swordsmith, Hodges, something. Damn, I gotta remember his name. But he over there unfazed working on the damn sword. This nigga was determined. It was a lot going on. Yeah.
Man, cause like, and then the whole thing with that, Gayoko, he was pissed, cause like, as you know, as Mushiro's in the vase or whatever, he's just like, all right, cool, I ain't gotta worry about you. You gonna stay in there while I go fuck with some of these people, kill some more, humans or whatever. So you got that Swordsmith in there just grinding that shit out, just nothing, nonstop. And they were like, nigga, don't you?
Right.
You see me standing here? Like, the fuck is going on? He like, bitch.
Right.
This motherfucker really don't see me. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
That was the funniest thing. Man, he got so pissed.
He was mad at him. He like, I can't phase this nigga. No matter what I do, he ain't budging.
Listen, he was smart. He was like, I know this sword is gonna come. Tanjiro's gonna need this damn sword. Right. I'm gonna get this sword down. I don't care. I'm not worried about what you doing right now. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Right. So I forgot that was before, because Muchiro, they were still fighting. It wasn't until after that I think he got locked in that little water base thing. He couldn't get out.
Yeah. It was so many different steps before he finally got into the vase, because at first he couldn't tag Gayoko. He couldn't tag him at all or whatever. Pot was moving here, Pot was moving there. Every time he went for that nigga head, he was just dipping off.
You can't do nothing with him.
No. And then Gayoko was like, bet, I'm about to hit you with all these needles, whatever. You ain't gonna feel shit. It's like, God damn.
Right.
So, hit him with the needles and threw him in the vase. Like, all right, bet, you sit here while I make more art. Because that's what he called the shit he was doing with all the human bodies and shit.
Yeah.
They could call it art.
Right.
Like, that shit was just still weird to me that the motherfuckers was still moving.
Alive.
Like, what? Because, like, it looked like something out of Human Centipede. Like, they should have not been alive.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, this shit is creepy. Like, so I think he would do something where he would, like, stab them or something, and they would just yell out with pain and blood. I'm like, yo, what?
Fuck, man.
Yo, but I think what really made Muchiro be like, yo, I have to snap out of this. He saw the little boy get hurt. I think that was kind of like when he was like, I got snapped out of it. This nigga got out of, I forgot what he did to get out of his situation. Do you remember what he did?
Yes. So,
okay, go ahead.
So as he's struggling there, I mean, he's in like a body of floating water or whatever. So him thinking that Kotetsu was dead or whatever, Kotetsu was like, hey, I'm about to help you out. He run up to the thing and give him air enough to where he could pierce through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck?
Little boy came through with the clutch. He came through.
Right.
Yeah.
But Cheryl took that little bit of air. You like that? Finally bust through that shit. I was like, God damn.
Yeah. And after that, it was a wrap. He started doing his mist shit. Yeah, and then the coldest line in the whole season, he was like, because I think Gayoko was like, I think he was just like, I think he was just kind of like, you playing around type shit. Like, like, you're not taking this seriously. Yeah. And then right before he did the head slash, I think he was like, who told you I wasn't serious? Like, who told you I'm not taking this seriously, nigga? Like, and then, man, I was just like, yo, that was cold. That was
cold as shit.
Yeah.
I was playing like, nah, bitch, I was going at it.
Right.
Because when he hit him with that mist or whatever, I'm just like, all right, he gonna probably catch you off guard. Nah, he was fucking him up with that mist. Bitch, you think I'm over here? Bitch, you think I'm over here? Bitch. Boom.
Right, and then the crazy thing about it was, low key, I feel like he was just trying to be petty, because like he really didn't need to do like the faking out, like I'm over here. Like when he got time to slash him, he just went ahead and did the shit. He was right in front of him talking shit. Like, you thought who said I wasn't serious? Like, yo, that was crazy. And then yo dude was so pissed. And then the thing that got me, he started after Demon's head got cut off. He just talking all this shit. He running his mouth. Yo, Muchiro flung that shit up and went like, I'm tired of you running your mouth. Be quiet.
he just sushi that nigga up, fam. I was like, God damn.
Yeah. See, Tanjiro would have been on the ground crying with the nigga. Like, Tanjiro would have been trying to talk, cry, and all this other dumb shit. No, he was like, no.
I'm so sorry you had to go through. Hope you rest in peace.
Right, yeah, yo, he was like, I'm not with the shits. I need you to be quiet. It's over.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but I will say in this season, Tanjiro wasn't trying to help nobody. He was trying to get to it. Cause I think it was more so because he was in so much pain. He like, nigga, I ain't got time to give you a benediction. Like, nah, nigga, you just got to go.
No, cause even cause I was like, now if you have sympathy for anybody, it would be the nigga with the multiple personalities. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would think, but no, Tanjiro was not he was like determined to get that nigga. He was probably like, listen, you have caused so much problems tonight. I'm getting you. He didn't have no sympathy. He wasn't trying to understand shit. He was just like, even after he killed him. And then oh, damn, I can't jump ahead. But I'll just say Nezuko, especially after that shit, he wasn't trying to, He was like, nah, you gotta go. He
said, I'm tired of bullshit when you have to go. Like, nigga, like, you gotta pay for the shit you doing.
Right,
so,
right.
That was good to kind of see because, like I said, any other day, he over here trying to hold motherfuckers' hands as they dying and shit.
Right.
Like,
just crying, like,
nah.
I'm like, no. No. Do like Muchiro. He just chopped that nigga up like some sushi and was like, yo, I'm not trying to hear you. Yeah.
Oh, shit. And then we can't forget about what's her name? But so hold on.
Mitsuri. The love Hashira.
Yeah.
She's dope.
Yeah, she's pretty dope. Yeah, she they went into her backstory as well or whatever. So with her or whatnot, she so basically when she was growing up or whatever, she was always taught to, be strong or be herself or whatever. But then she tried to conform because she wanted to be married. She wanted to, be wed to somebody or whatever. Because like even now with her being Hashira or whatever, she still have hopes in finding a partner and things of that nature or whatever. So, they dive into her story a little bit and then think about her with her sword. Her sword is flexible or
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's made some type of material where the way she can wield it, which is crazy because even also touching back on her backstory, she was born super strong. Because I don't know if you missed the part where she was a baby, she held up that big ass rock, and she could eat a lot too. And she was eating all these rice cakes that were pink and green, which is crazy. I'm like, okay, but it turned.
She was built different,
right?
Yeah.
So her hair turned pink and green and stuff, and I'm just like, the thing I would say that I didn't like about her character is, I hate that they make majority, and I get it's an anime thing, but I hate that they make majority of women characters so ditzy and like, I just would have liked more of like a seriousness to her because I'm like, she's a dope ass character. I just hate that they made her kind of ditzy, like the ditzy cute girl.
I mean, I think they might explore it more because it's like even in, I guess, the ditziness, she's powerful as fuck. Because like even when she was at her wit's end, everybody was trying to kind of get her because they was like, "Hey, she our only hope. Like we gotta make sure she's straight, whatever. She can't take no more hits or whatever." And then she started looking like, "Yes, I gotta protect y'all. I'm about to get in here. I'm about to do what I need to do, or whatever." But like I said, with her, but she out of all of her shares that you see, she probably the only one that is ditzy. Out of the female shares, like all the other ones are either serious or they know bullshit or whatever. So it was just kind of interesting to get a different perspective out of the whole season. She was like literally the only light and all that. Did you hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little, but you're fine now.
Okay, I think my mic just went out, came back, but we
Okay.
good.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah. But yeah, she was kind of like the only light in all the bullshit that was going on or whatever. So it kind of made sense for her love, because she is a love Hashira, to be going against the
Yeah.
anger, going against the anger demon or whatever. So that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I definitely get that as well too. And then the whole, I don't know, some of the Hashiras, well, I'll just say her so far, like the whole love thing, and I'm trying to get how they even do. Are they the ones that pick like their title as Hashira or what? Because I'm just like, the love Hashira, I don't know if I would have went with that, but I'm like, whatever. It's, it makes sense for her backstory.
I think it's just, I feel like it's just the same as the demons. Whatever their past was flows into how, their
Yeah.
power is. And I think that goes the same for the Hashiras as well.
Yeah.
Because her whole thing is she wanted love. She wanted to love somebody, but no one wanted to take her as a wife because they didn't take her seriously as a wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I forgot what Hashira this is, but the one with the snakes, it seemed like he liked her as well too, because yeah.
That's right. Cause he had bought her some socks. And he
Yeah.
like, hey, when you fuck them up, I got more for you. I was
Right.
like,
Right. And I'm trying to think, is that Tenjin's brother?
Don't know.
I,
Don't know.
I'm trying to think. Is that because I don't know if it was this season or last season. Because he does have, I think all of his siblings except for one, they all died. So I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
like I said, we'll probably find out more in the next arc.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I know all my manga readers know already, but hey, till
Yeah.
then.
I'm probably wrong, but yeah. But yeah. She was super dope. I liked how her sword was. I do wish. I feel like once she got her Demon Slayer mark, we saw a little bit more of her strength. But she did say she was holding back a lot because a lot of that stuff that happened when she was younger was still fucking with her. Like she didn't want to be too strong and
Oh wow.
stuff. So, yeah. So
And
I was
which
just like,
which
damn,
is
bro.
like, it's one of those situations like, nah, we don't need you to hold back. If you got it, let that shit go.
I'm saying, I'm like, because I'm trying to say, I'm like, because I think I read so she's either one of the strongest, which I'm like, she gotta be lifting up rocks that small, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm happy that she finally stopped worrying about what other people thought about her. So I'm like, girl, you dope.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah,
Sure.
so yeah. So I think around that time she jumped into the fray, try to fight the kid like demon. I forgot his name, but because he was whooping ass. He was whooping ass.
Cause how it went down.
He went out again.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I think it's cause I moved something. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
But yeah, cause he came out left field because whole time they're fighting. How you say his name? Hen Hentigan. How you say the man name? The one with all the. Hold on.
Damn, I just had it up.
Yeah, I did too.
Let me see.
Sorry about that, y'all. His name is shit.
Hentigu. Hentigu.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah, I
right?
see it. Yeah, Huntingu. So,
Hentigu.
with him and his different, personas or whatever, that's how you finally get to this demon or whatnot. Because as Tanjiro and Genya is trying to fight, the personas off or whatever, which they do, they get to the point where they're cutting the heads off, so they think they're done. All right, bet we got them all. Then boom, you get the little miniature hit, demon or whatever that chase after him. They're like, all right, bet when we chop his head off, all this shit is done. Then boom, you get the kid anger demon in, and he just come out of nowhere. Boom, like the fuck. Boom, like
Man,
yeah,
with the
and
dragons. Whew.
Right. He came out with these, what, I guess wood dragon,
wooden dragon type
something
things.
like that.
Yeah.
Right. And this was only after he consumed himself, he became the anger demon or whatnot. And they all jumped in to defend, the little demon or whatever, because that little demon's still running off. So, when he comes in or whatever, they're still chasing the little demon down. And again, try not to get too far. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Make sure my mic's still connected. Well, at least I know it's not my connection no more.
Right.
Yeah, my connection's good. I'm wired in. Okay, I'm good. So yeah, so they chased after the little demon or whatever, and like I said, that's when they encountered the kid anger demon and whatnot, and they basically in a fight for their life against him to get the little demon. So that's when old girl, she finally comes in or whatever, and she's kind of fight him off so they can go get the demon or whatever have you. And at first, Genya trying to battle within himself, like whether or not he's strong enough to kill the demon or whatever. So Tanjiro, he try not pull rank. He try to be like, hey man, you're Hashira, you handle that, you get the kill or whatever. And then Genya like, nah, you know what? I can't even do this shit for real. I'm gonna pass the ball to you. So
Right.
so whole time they chasing that little demon and shit like that or whatever. And every turn they make or whatnot, another obstacle gets thrown in their way or whatever. And I don't know how far I pushed past this, but there's one part where they finally get to him. They finally about to chop his head off, and then the motherfucker gets big.
Big.
Grab Tanjiro, like, hey yo, you ain't got no sympathy for me, nigga. I was like, nigga, what?
Well, yeah, that was great because at that point they were kind of like, is Nezuko, is Ginyan, like you said, Chandra, they all like at this point they're like, yo, enough's enough. I think Ginya, strong ass, picked up a damn tree and tried to throw it at him. Got Nezuko trying to get him. Right. And then by the time Tanjiro, almost gets him, he just grows. And I'm just like, well, damn, here's another twist. Another one. So, oh, and I think probably I just want to point out how powerful the kid demon was. You said his name was Anger. The fact that he hit that drum, and I think Tanjiro's foot was kind of caught in it. Tanjiro's foot went like that just show the sheer force of this nigga, like crazy. Because I even think he incapacitated Mitsuri for a minute, where she like had a blank stare. He almost got her for the three of them, like.
Cause that nigga rolled up on her. He like, yeah, I'm about to end this real quick. Then everybody
he was about to consume her too, because he was just like, the fact that she's this strong and she's able to stand up towards me, I'm about to devour her ass. And if it wasn't for them, she would have been gone.
Right. I mean, speaking of which, Nezuko was probably about the only reason like Tanjiro had a dog in that fight, because she used her blood on his sword again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a major person we've been missing. Nezuko was definitely come through with the clutch with that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Like anytime he needed it, like she would just, because I think at first he was just like, she was holding on to the sword. He was like, man, let go. Like, what you doing? And she did her thing. She definitely came through with the clutch a lot. She was definitely neat. I don't know how we missed Nezuko, man. Nezuko came through.
Right, because she played a part, but she wasn't as prevalent as she normally is.
Yeah. And then after what's his name got bigger, what happened after that? Because I feel like we're missing something. What happened after that? I know they went to the open field, but what happened before that?
Before the open field,
he grew up, he got bigger. Tanjiro was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Something happened. Damn.
Well, I know at one point Genya was like eating the damn wooden dragon, like as they was fighting it off, like he was biting that shit and eating it off.
The tree, right? That he was in. Yeah, to get stronger.
Right. So
yeah.
I don't know.
That's when they explain him being able to devour demon flesh and becoming stronger and all this other stuff.
Right.
Then I forgot what happened after that. I just know they ended up in the open field. Tanjiro was able to cut the head off. They thought it was over. Of course,
Right.
it wasn't. And because Nezuko, he was trying to tell her to stand back before going into the sun.
Right.
And I think she just wasn't listening. She just kept pointing. Come to find out, this nigga's running with his head cut off towards the 3 other swordsmiths. And I'm like, well, how you got your head cut off? What you doing? Because like, come to find out, this nigga done pulled another fast one. He's inside of the heart, something like that. Control.
Right.
So he's still alive. It's like, so I'm like, how many tricks do you got up your sleeve?
I mean, this all goes back to was it Musion Train? Because when they was trying to kill that demon and that one or whatever, they figured they cut the head off, but that motherfucker was the whole train.
The whole damn train.
Right. So
the whole train.
Right. So like again, like I said, when it seems like it's easy, it's never easy.
Never easy.
Yeah.
Nah. It was never easy. And then I think prior to that, what did Nezuko was doing? Because I know he was trying to do something. He was like, no, stay out of the sun or something. No, I think after he cut his head off, the sun came up, so she started burning. So he was trying to like shield her and trying to, and this nigga started hyperventilating. I'm like, bro, Tanjiro's normally, kind of cool. And I'm like,
no, because he tripping, because he trying to keep her covered, but the demon getting in the way. Like the demon about to devour these people, and he trying to cover her. He's like, fuck, I can't make a decision. I can't leave her. I can't let her burn. And he was like, he kept talking to himself. He said, I can't pick her up and try to make it and get him on time. So basically, she made the decision for him. She said, nigga, get off me.
Get off of me.
Get him. Get him. Don't worry about me. Go get him or whatever.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
I just want to say one thing. I hate that they dragged that shit out because Tanjiro literally stayed up in the air for 5 damn minutes. No kidding. 5 minutes. And I was watching it with Steph. We were both sitting there like, I think he was like, okay, so he been falling for how long now? I'm like,
that nigga floating in the air.
I'm like, man, come on, man. Like, we get it. We get it, the dramatics, but like they all went through their whole life story. But I'm happy when he finally did land on the ground. And he did got in his stance to do like the sun breathing shit, which was dope when he did it prior. And they did like the whole turnaround and he got ready and he like zoomed off after old dude. I
think that's the part we missing because before and when he was chasing him, he didn't have enough strength in his body to keep chasing him because it was Genya, Nezuko, and him chasing after the demon, and that's when he started remembering what Zenitsu told him as far as putting the source of your power like in different parts of your body and getting to it like that. So I remember that he was able to speed off and catch the demon, and that's I don't know. I think somewhere in there is where we missed that little part of it.
I think because I'm on Crunchyroll right now. That's when he got bigger.
Mm-hmm.
He got bigger, and then you got Genya over here trying to loosen up his grip because he was about to crush Tanjiro's face.
Yeah, because that's what I was talking about. Like all of a sudden he got big and started choking Tanjiro out. I'm like, what the fuck? That's what it was, because that's when Genya was biting into. Yeah.
And then Genya came over there trying to. Like, nigga, let go. And then the demon does that little light thing out his mouth. He blasts him.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a lot going on in that scene. Yeah. And then Nezuko came through, helped out. Man, yeah, we missed a lot. And then that's how Tanjiro and him were fighting. They fell off the cliff, and that's how they got into the field.
That's right. Yeah. I was pissed. Yeah. The whole time they going through the air, I'm like, stab, hit that nigga. Stab it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what is you doing, y'all? Like, come on. Right. Yeah. And then he's hurt. The demon's hurt. So he's like, I got to devour something. He sees the swordsmith, and then that's how. And then Tanjiro ass is stuck in a tree. I'm like, nigga, jump down. Like, what you? Come on now. Come on. This ain't nothing for you. This light work. Come on, get off the tree. Right.
That nigga tried to take a little nap real quick, like, damn.
Right.
But then go get mad as fuck. Like, talk
Right.
like, so I think the demon was running and he was talking shit to them, like, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
why he
gonna
hanging
get
from the
you.
tree? Yeah.
And then damn, what's the Miss damn, what I keep forgetting his name. The Miss Hashira.
Michelle.
Miss Miss Cheryl. He throws the sword that what's his name been working on and finally gave it to Tanjiro, and that yeah.
And he was mad as fuck about that.
Yeah, he was mad.
He was like,
I think he said, I'm not done. Yeah.
Yeah. He was mad as hell, like, no, it's not ready yet.
Yeah, and then that's when Tanjiro cuts off the head. He thinks it's over, and it's not. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, that's when Nezuko starts reaching, and she's trying to tell him, look, nigga, behind you. Like,
right.
Yeah, and then that's when he starts wrestling with, should I help my sister? Because if I leave, she gonna die, or I need to go get these people. And Tanjiro starts hyperventilating. Then Nezuko's like, nigga, get up off of me.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, that was dope. And finally Tanjiro slices this nigga open, and he's able to decapitate him. Because I'm just like, man, this nigga gave y'all a run for y'all money, man.
And he couldn't even enjoy that kill. And like I said, that just goes back to me saying he didn't give a fuck about having these, benedictions with the demons no more. Like, no, nigga, I am tired.
Yeah.
I killed you. I'm scared my sister's dead. Like, he couldn't even enjoy it.
He couldn't even enjoy it. Because, like, soon after, which I feel like nothing was going to, I wasn't tripping about Nezuko, whatever. I'm like, I find it hard to believe she's dead, but, cool. But somehow she's immune to the sun. So,
and that was a loop and a half for y'all.
Right. So,
because the first when she was walking up to him or whatever, like in my mind, when you see happy shit, some bad shit about to go down. So when I see her walking up, I'm like, she not burning. I'm like, what the fuck going on here? Like I had questions. I'm like, wait a minute.
Right. Yeah, and it's a certain frame they do where I was just like, man, she about to get her head cut off or somebody. Because I was thinking, is she human now? But then when they showed her teeth, I was like, okay, so she's immune somehow.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm just like, man, and then it goes into finally get the real backstory on Muzan, like why all this came to be, which was dope.
Right.
Dope. So it's crazy. First of all, let me ask this. What did you think about that? Because I thought it was crazy that a flower, I think it's a blue lily, made him a demon. I'm like, what kind of flower?
I'm not getting that. Yeah, I didn't get that part of it. Like I was just like, because at first I'm thinking like, was the doctor that gave it to you demon, but he wasn't a demon. So I'm assuming the doctor himself was maybe a witch doctor or something like that, because it made no sense for him to not get bitten or anything and got turned into a demon from a fucking plant. It didn't add up.
It felt like a cop out, because I was thinking of something more. Excuse me. I was thinking of something more. I don't know, traumatic or something. Just the fact that he ate a flower and that started making him have these demon-like, abilities and side effects. I'm like, I don't know about that.
You know what? I want to say something about a flower was posed in the earlier seasons.
I know what you're talking about, with the woman that was a demon, but she was good with the boy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So something about that flower, but it's just kind of, like even if you go into like, just say like a Dracula movie or something like that, there was a reason why he got created. One, just because of a flower or something like that or whatever, like he had to sell his soul and then he ended up becoming what he is. And I thought that was going to be the deal with his demon, but it was a flower. So it'd be interesting to learn more about that.
Yeah. I didn't.
Damn. Where were we at? All right, there we go.
Muzan kills the doctor because I guess he just had to blame somebody. And it's crazy how a lot of these demons, even demon slayers, they go through these traumatic. Well, the demon slayers, they always go through something traumatic, where it be a death or whatever.
Right.
And then the demons always had something traumatic happen to them. So like he just seemed like he always was just a nasty, just irritable person anyway. So
sure.
yeah, so the fact that he kind of fed into this, like, and he started just becoming more evil and just nasty, I wasn't surprised at all.
No.
At all.
Because because in a sense, his backstory, he kind of seemed like a spoiled brat. Even when the guy was trying to help him, like, man, ain't none of this shit working, blah, 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 blah. Ends up killing him only to find out it did work on him or whatever. And then, like you said, his story goes on to he starts killing more people, trying to figure out what this is going on with him and things of that nature, whatever. But, the key thing that he said was, oh, I can't go into the light anymore. And then, boom, that's when we find out, oh, this nigga has been working all this time to get where he can walk and move in the light.
Yeah, he just killing people, turning people into demons solely just to see who has the ability to be in the light, which is sunlight, which is crazy. Right. So the reason why we have all these damn demons and all this is not because, he was alone. It was just like he just, I want to be in the sun. I need someone that can go in the sun so I can devour them and I can just be invincible at this point, which is crazy. And I was also thinking with you, the spoiled brat thing, because I was like, is he of some type of what's the word I'm looking for?
He had to be some type of nobility or something.
Yeah. Because I'm like, you got this doctor and all this other stuff, and it's funny. The irony of all of this was not only did the medicine work, but the one person that he needed to either find this flower or to figure out what the fuck it was the doctor, and you killed him.
Right.
Right. So you did all of this for thousands of years, taking innocent lives, doing all this stuff just so you can be in the sun at this point. So yeah, we find out this nigga moves on. That's all he wanted. And sure enough, to Tanjiro's luck, Nezuko just happens to now be invincible to the sun. So this is about to be crazy.
Yeah. Now it's gonna be now it's gonna be a fight to the death, because now he's gonna have to his sister, because like even with him getting happy that she's alive, like in my head watching, I'm just like, I'm not happy about that. Like, you're not the least bit concerned that she can survive in the light. Like, she gonna be a problem. Like, motherfuckers gonna want that. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was just like, and then another thing I didn't explain is like, now all of a sudden she's more, I guess, she's not so much of that childlike Nezuko that was something, but she's more, now she's talking, now she, right. And I'm just like, well, so all it took for her to bake in the sun for a little bit, like, how? Like, I don't know. It was those little things I was paying attention to, like.
Yeah, no, I noticed it too, and that's why I thought something weird was gonna happen. Like, she talking and shit, and walking and something. What's going on?
Yeah, something a little off here, like.
Right.
Yeah, so I didn't get that either, but I'm like, you know what, whatever. I'll go with it, but
because even the little thing that she keep her mouth fell out, like shit, that dropped out of her mouth too.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that she even need it at this point anymore. It looks like she's more in control of herself.
Right. That's what it's gotta be.
Yeah, because even the woman, I don't know if she was a doctor or what, but the woman we talked about with the assistant guy, she was even saying that the reason why she thinks Nezuko isn't able to be her completely herself is that she still has to do something. She feels like she still has to accomplish something, and that may be in the way of why she's still like in this childlike state almost. And I was like, well, what the hell does she feel like she need to do? Like, does she need to feel like she need to avenge her family first, or like what's holding her back?
I mean, maybe sacrificing herself is what unlocked. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because because like any other time she was getting burnt and nothing like that or whatever, and she never just adapted to the sun. But the fact, she made her brother choose to save other people other than herself, that maybe could have been a factor. I'm not for sure.
So maybe because she did that, is also helping her, because now it seems like she's more in tune with herself. Maybe that more if she does shit like that, I don't know, maybe that contribute to why she, you know, came out the way she is. I do know that lady did say that they either found a cure or they're about to find one to turn her back into human or something. I gotta rewatch the episode, but
yeah. Because I mean, if you look at like demon angel movies or whatever, you know, an act of selflessness or whatever, unlocks something almost all the time. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Yeah, and trying to think. So after all that's over with, Tanjiro heads back. They do like the blindfold, the nose shit, because he has great sense of smell. And then I think they end up, which was kind of confusing. I'm like, did y'all just turn this nigga back around? Like, what did y'all, like, now all the swordsmith are out there clapping and, you know, basically saying thank you and stuff, which was, it was cool, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah,
they had a whole night of fighting little demon fish things or whatever. So, you know, everybody
the village toe up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was hilarious. The little fish shit. I was cracking up with how that looked. But as always, the CGI. Like yeah. Yeah, but the CGI, of course, was amazing. I think every time there's a season, I feel like they take it up a notch with the CGI and the visuals and everything. Like, that's always cool.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, I always love how they kind of immerse you into whatever they're doing or whatnot. So, you know, even as the sword's going this way or something's getting cut this way, it's like you're in it, you know, the fall through. Yeah.
Yeah, because I even just to say this one last thing with Mitsuri. When they went back to her fighting the anger demon, I had low-key forgot about her. It's funny because I think she kind of reached her limits and she was just like, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm about to die. It's like,
she gave it all she had.
Yeah. And then right at that moment, right before he got her, and then what creeped me, I won't even say creeped me out, which I kind of felt like what threw me off, was as he was dying, the fear demon, he didn't budge at all. He just sat there and like was like stoic as fuck, like, you know, it is what it is, and just fades away. I'm like, yo, he is tough.
Like, that nigga just take death easy. Like, what the fuck?
He didn't see phased at all. Like, most of them kind of be like pissed or sad or upset. He just, but I guess anger, you know, his personality.
Yeah. So man, it too, maybe because they were persona. That's kind of a reach too, because all the other personas were a little upset when they got their heads chopped and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, he did take that shit like a G though.
Like a G, like a definite G. Yeah. But yeah, I think if we didn't miss anything, I think we covered everything. We did the impossible.
We really did. I mean, we really crammed the whole season into, you know, an hour or more. So
yeah.
I mean, I think we did good, and we always try to break it down as best we can, play by play. Yeah. So, and I think we did all right.
Yeah. And so the next arc is, I forgot.
The training, the Hashira Training arc.
Okay, Hashira Training arc, which that's gonna be cool. Yeah. And then isn't the one after that? I forgot what it's called, because it has the butterfly Hashira, the girl that has like the butterfly. Yeah. It's something I forgot, but that's supposed to be like the next arc as well too. So yeah, if they keep going like this, it's gonna be good, because I feel like it gets like, regardless, the first episode threw us off a little bit, but other than that, I feel like it was solid. I just feel like they drag shit out too much, which is expected with anime. They do that. I don't know why, but
I mean, dragged it out. It was like, this was a total of 10 episodes or 11 episodes? 11 episodes.
Yeah.
It really could have been done in maybe 7 episodes, if I'm being honest, because it was just something. Yeah, because like some episodes felt like 10 minutes for real. Like, boom, go to the next one. Like, what?
Yeah, and then one episode, I was just like, well, what was the point of this episode? Because ain't shit happened. You know, I'm just like, it really literally, like we said, some of these fights could have been over in one episode, the most 2. 3 or 4, nah.
Yeah.
But I get it. They had to drag it out, and then also I think because I think first season was like 20 damn episodes.
Yeah.
Now they're like 10, 11 episodes. So I mean, I guess they kind of have to like, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like for me, like if I out of the seasons, to me this season was kind of mid, just because of the just because of how everything was condensed.
Yeah.
It's like everything was condensed but stretched out at the same time.
Yeah.
Cause like you said, first season was like 20 episodes. This was 11, but they kept stretching it out.
Yeah.
Almost like they didn't have enough material to, just knock it all out or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I enjoyed it, but for me, like some of the older stuff, like when Tanjiro was fighting the spider demon, like that shit had me hyped.
Oh
like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like something like, and even just us talking about it, it was like even that last episode, I felt like it could have been better. Yeah. Just some parts didn't make sense. Some things I feel like could have been executed better. Overall, I thought it was still solid, but definitely I feel like, there was some parts that kind of made me like, but there's some parts I was kind of like, the hell, yeah. So, and then also I feel like even though the entertainment district art started off slow to me, the fights between Tenjin and that other demon was fire. Going the fuck off. Like I don't feel like we got that type of level fight in this one, in my opinion. Like they were cool, but nah, nothing was touching that. I jumped out of the sofa on those scenes. Like,
right. I mean, that's how I feel about like with this season. I didn't really have jump out your seat, scenes or whatever. I more so was like criticizing, like when I said the whole thing about falling off the cliff or whatever. I was like, stab that nigga. What is you doing? Like y'all falling back? What the hell? Just stab that nigga. So
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then I'm sorry. It did with the Tanjiro talking too damn much, and I'm like, this nigga is running away. Go, I don't go. It was just a lot of stuff like that. I think it may have been episode 10. It kind of pissed me off because I'm like, stop talk. Y'all talk too much. Like, just go. Right. So yeah, I'm with you on that. There's some parts that I felt like could have been better. Overall, I thought it was pretty solid, but I'm with you. Like, if they can kind of, not drag these fights on so much, and then my whole thing is, if you're gonna drag them on, let the payoff be to the point where I need to be jumping out my damn seat, like, oh my god, this shit is like, not like, oh, that was cool, yeah, that was dope. That was it, So yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So I mean, what would you rate this season?
If we're doing out of 10, I would say I'll give it a 7.5. I'll give it 7.5. It was solid. I didn't dislike it. It was just some things. I'm with you. Like, I agree with you. It's kind of like there's some things that I didn't like, thought could be better. Overall, I thought it was solid though. It wasn't like a bad season to me. But I thought last season though, like the fight, like when shit started going in second season, last season, it's still better. The second season's still better.
Right.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, every series has their okay season. Not every season's gonna be fire. I mean, for me, I don't know. I'm gonna probably give it a solid 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for me or whatever.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I do feel like it's one of those seasons that's just leading you up to the next thing or whatever. So, I feel like they cut some things out intentionally to get you ready for the next one.
Yeah. And it did seem like they're sending us up for something crazy. Like the fact that, I can actually feel a little excited about where they're going to go, because now we know Muzan, we know he's going to be looking for Nezuko. I'm still interested in this Hashira that turned to a damn demon. Like, it's a lot that I'm super excited for. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. I think next season, hopefully, we get those jump off the couch moments for sure.
Man, I'm here for it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Cause man, hopefully I could do like a watch party, something like that or whatnot.
Man,
And like I said, be actually hype or whatnot. But I mean, otherwise, I did enjoy it. There wasn't a time I felt like, oh man, I need to turn this off, nothing like that. But like I said, I did enjoy it or
yeah,
whatever. So,
yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Any of the Blerdsters haven't gone to see it, which you shouldn't even be watching this anyway, unless you like spoilers, because we on damn spoiled the whole shit.
We got a
Don't
couple of
watch it.
other spoilers. We got a couple
Okay.
of them. I
Right.
got some. I got some of them just now telling me about movies that been out for months now. Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I finally got to watch that movie. After your review, I finally went to go watch it. It's like, all
You're
right,
right. Right. Y'all are late.
right.
Yeah, I be sharing like the links to stuff. Like even with Spider-Man, oh, I haven't gone see it yet. Or I think someone said, well, if I go watch it, is it gonna be spoiled? I was like, yes. So don't wait till after you see it.
Maybe that need to be a disclaimer on the page. Like, this is spoiler
Yeah.
central. Like, don't come here unless you want to hear some spoilers.
It's always gonna be spoiler review. We don't do
Right.
spoiler free over here.
No.
Yeah.
And look, and we try to give y'all time. Y'all even got a little extra time with this one. So it's like, if you didn't see it, then
Oh yeah. Cause even with Spider-Verse, y'all had some time to go watch it. Yeah, y'all gonna have some time to go see the Flash.
yeah.
That's coming up next. Y'all got time to see that, so come on. Yeah, man.
This has definitely been a busy month for us or whatever. Like, finishing up the season and all this back-to-back stuff. Yeah, because like we even had two of the movies that we're doing a review on came out the same weekend. So God dang.
Yeah. It's been a busy week, and then Secret Invasion just damn premiered.
Yep. So we've been catching up on that. So yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll be the one to take us out for our season. So yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think we covered everything for Demon Slayer. If you don't have nothing else to say, I think I covered everything.
Yeah. No, I think we covered a good bit. Like I said, we had to pull out the notes, dig deep. We got through it.
Right.
We got through it.
We're like a half an hour before filming, we both in here like, okay, so but we did good.
Yeah, I think we did good. Yeah, we did pretty good.
Yeah.
So like we tell y'all all the time, make sure y'all comment, y'all like, let us know your thoughts or whatever. You got anything, or if there's anything we missed or whatnot, or there's anything you want to share with us that we don't already know, hit us with it. Because we love new information.
Yeah, right. We love information, so let us have it. But yeah, man. It's good, yeah.
But with that being said, I mean, we are out of here. As always, I am your host K1, and this is your co-host,
The Line.
Until the next one, be kind and unwind. Peace.